In this video, we're going to learn how to rewrite radicals in rational exponential form. So in your vocabulary, we have a square root, and something that you might not know is that there is actually a number that occurs right in this little dip here. Okay? So if there isn't a number that's indicated, there's usually a 2, which is why we call it a square root. And that number that occurs right here is called a index. So then you can also have different numbers as an index. So we have a square root, we have a cube root, we have a fourth root. Okay, you can have a fifth root, sixth root, seventh root, so on and so forth. But that little number is called our index. So writing radicals in exponential form, if we have our square root, and let's say we're taking the square root of a, and our index is m. So let's also say that we're raising a to the n power. Now, we can rewrite this expression as the square root of a that has an index of m, and everything is being raised to the n power. So that means the same exact thing. You can go either way. Okay, so if everything's being raised by a power, it means that we're also just raising a to that same power with the same index. Okay, and in turn, we can also write these radicals in exponential form. Now, in order to do so, we take our a, and what we're raising a to would be our numerator of our fraction. So it would be a to the n over our index, whatever that may be, m. So these are all the same and very interchangeable when you rewrite from radical to exponential form. So they all mean the same thing. So that basically, if it helps you to rewrite the expression in this form, go ahead and do so. And then when we eventually want to write our answers in exponential form, our index is usually the bottom, or it is the bottom of our denominator raised in our fraction, and then whatever is raised in as our exponent, that's our numerator. So we have 4 examples that we can go through. So the first one, a, we're taking the square root of 5. So our index is 2 here, but it's not written. So in order for us to write this radical expression in rational form, rational exponential form, we take our base, or I'm sorry, what we're taking the square root of, and that's our base, and we're raising it to the first over 2. So because 5 is being raised to the first power right now, and the index is 2, to write this expression in exponential form, 5 to the 1/2 is the answer to that first one. Okay, so then in b, we have the cube root of 7. So to write down the cube root of 7 as a rational exponential form, or in exponential form, we have our 7. And then since we're raising 7 to the first power, and our index is 3, it'd be 7 to 1/3. And then that would be 7 1/3, or 7 to the 1/3 power. In c, we are taking the fifth root of x squared. So then we know that if we take our radicand, our x, what x is being raised to is 2, so x to the 2 over 5. Our final answer, x to the 2/5 power. And then finally, if we have a cube root of a product of radicands, we have our x, and then what we're raising x to, which is 6. So we have 6 over 3. And then we do the same thing with the y. Since y is being raised to the 8th power, it'd be y 8 over 3, and we simplify anything that we can. So because we can actually simplify 6 divided by 3, this is x to the 2nd power, and then we still keep the y the same, y to the 8/3 power. So then going back and forth, writing down our radical expressions in rational exponential form. Make sure that you write down any questions that you have from watching this video, and we'll cover it the next day. Thanks. Bye.